Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Football Manager 19 Leeds United save, in which we try and take Leeds United from the Championship into the Premiership. Now, we're starting on our under 18 screen, not for any particular reason, really, other than to hide the fact about where we are in the table with 2 games left to play. Maybe worth mentioning, we've got a couple of youngsters that have come in the most recent intake. This guy's 15 years old, already looking really good. Mentals are pretty poor, but they always get better with age, especially at 15. But 14 finishing already at 15 is really good. And we've got Nick Pugh. Central midfield player, already really quite good for a deep line playmaker. He's got a few mental stats he really needs to work on, before he can get into the team, but looking quite good in terms of the potential. So we're here. Now, what I've had to do is, because there's been quite a lot of time between the last episode and this episode, there's a few clips I've recorded between the last episode and now. So what we're going to do now, we're going to jump back to past Stan, and he's going to explain sort of the big things that have happened. Some crazy things have happened since the last episode. So I'm going to leave it here and I'll pass it back to past Stan to take over. Right guys, this will be going in somewhere near the start of the video. This is a problem. I've just got 2 emails within the space of 8 minutes of each other. Now, our second choice goalkeeper is going to be out for the best part of half a year, which is brilliant. A serious viral infection. I wonder what... doesn't really explain what that is, but that's fine. That sucks for him. And if we go to this email right below... Kiko Casilla is out for 2 to 3 weeks, so that's quite interesting. Not really too sure where that puts us. If we go to our first team squad, we have none in the first team. We go to the under 23 squad. We have 2 that are okay, and he has no match sharpness, so it could be a problem. Like I said, I'll put this near the start of the video. Before we go through all the schedule where I am so far. I've still got a couple more games to play before we do the roundup. But I wanted to record that bit in and just let you know what's going on, because that means we're in a bit of trouble now. Alright, so I will be chucking this somewhere in the middle of the video. I'm actually recording this before even the next game of the episode you just recently saw. But this is confirmation that we will be signing Thiago Almada. And yeah, we'll go ahead and accept that. He'll join into the team. Like I said, we haven't even got to the Millwall game yet, but I'll chuck this in the middle of the episode. Alright, thank you very much, past Stan. Thank you for updating the viewers, and we're back on the medical centre screen. This is current Stan. So obviously you've seen that we signed Almada. We had a couple of big injuries. We've signed a new contract, which is good. We'll see what happens at the end, whether we continue with that. So this is the injury screen. We're going to go to expected return. Casilla's going to be out for another 2 weeks. He's missing the season, and that's the most recent injury. We've got Aylin, who's out for the rest of the season, Alioski, Cooper, and our second choice goalkeeper. So we've had to play another person. So what I'm going to do is there'll be a slight jump cut where I'm just going to skip to sort of the next section, hiding some of the results. So if you bear with me. Alright, we're back. I've actually put the fixtures in reverse order. So obviously we played the Sheffield United game, got a ball 0-0. The next game, we managed to win 1-0. Kamal Roof finally getting back on the score sheet. I know he had a goal a couple of games ago, but he's not really been doing that good recently. Another game that we were in control of once again. Pretty good performance by everyone, really. It wasn't really any particularly bad performances. Obviously, we at this point we weren't too badly struggling with injuries. This was just before some of the major injuries. So it's a good ball in. And look at this header from Roof, right in the top corner. Fantastic delivery and header. Really good to see. So that's the game against Millwall. And then if we scroll up one more, We got a 0-0 draw against Birmingham, and this was really disappointing. I feel like we actually played quite well. Douglas obviously got player of the match. He done really well. At this point, we already had our injury to Alioski, so that was quite disappointing. See Dallas here getting half a game. I think Clark picked up a very slight knock. I didn't want to risk him. But again, another game, as has been throughout the season, a lot of possession, a lot of shots, just can't really convert them. Then the next result, we had Preston, and we got 3-2 away. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, we were 3-0 up in this game. No, I'm completely wrong, but we were 3-1 up, and they managed to get a late goal. This was a lot closer, actually. I was really nervous about this game. If we have a look at the team here, we did actually, we rested a couple of players, Click and Albeck particularly, because they were a little bit tired. We did rest them, but Clark come out of a brilliant performance, and Roof gets another goal. We are going to play this now. Just slow it down. I won't slow it down too much because there's quite a lot of goals in this one. So Maguire runs through on goal, and it's just a bit jammy, really. It is a good finish in the end, but I realised what happened was at this point I was on counter press, and I kept noticing we had 3 highlights in a row where for them that they just kept getting past the press. So I changed to regroup, which seemed to really help. It comes out here to Phillips. Clark turns in, smashes it into the top corner. Fantastic goal by Clark there. Douglas whips in a ball, comes out to Clark, and wow, Clark with 2 brilliant goals in one game. Fantastic from him. And Albeck there gets blocked, comes back out, and then Roof scores. So that makes it 3-1, and literally 1 or 2 minutes later, they get a corner, and it just fumbles around, and Al manages to get the goal. But it finished 3-2. I think that was a deserved win. It was only marginal, but we did probably edge that. And then in the next game, we played Sheffield Wednesday. They've got another draw, so you can notice we are drawing quite a lot at the moment. Another game we dominated, went pretty well. Douglas was phenomenal once again. It was actually just a header by Janssen that managed to get our equaliser. Yeah, they went up in this game from a free kick. It's a fantastic free kick. Potentially could be one of the goals of the season, that one. And then Douglas does what he does best, into Janssen. It's a really good header. So can't complain with that. We still had Alien at this point. There wasn't too many other injuries. I'm pretty sure at this point it was still just Alioski. And then the injuries started to hit. So then we had 4-1 win against Wigan, which was brilliant. Really, really happy with this. And this was actually the last game. Now, before this game, this is when we found out about our injuries. So Aylin was out. Both our main goalkeeper and our second choice goalkeeper can't believe got injured on the same day. So we brought up this goalkeeper from the youth team. He's got really good potential. He's actually not a bad goalkeeper at all. But he had no match sharpness. He's been stuck in the under-23s for the last however long. But this was a good game. We dominated this. I know it doesn't really show that in terms of the possession, but we're just so clinical. And Izzy Brown I got a training email to say that he had learnt his new position as a sort of a central midfield, but play more advanced rather than an attacking midfielder. And so I decided to play him, and he did really well. So first of all, Janssen, a bit lucky, but managed to turn in the rebound. Hernandez here does a good drive and run. Brown picks it up, a good layoff into Clark, and Clark smashes it in. And then we had a Hernandez tucks away a penalty. And then I think we had Izzy Brown getting on the score sheet here. So it was a really good build-up. Izzy Brown was so good in this game. Everything went through him. And look at that finish off the crossbar and in. That's another one that could be in the potential goal of the season. They did get consolation in the last minute of the game. Just so simple, so easy, but unfortunately we weren't able to deal with that. But we won 4-1. What can you can't complain about that. So that brings us... Oh no, we've got one more game. That brings us to Brentford. Now, we did lose this game. I'm going to be honest, I rotated heavily. We had... Yeah, so Brown didn't play, Clark didn't play, Hernandez didn't play, Albeck didn't play, Roberts played on the left, Dallas started. We started Forshaw. It was just one of those games. They had a couple of injuries. We just didn't turn up on the day. We had a good second half, but the first half was so poor. We'll just quickly show their goal. And it was a good goal. Good cross, good finish. and they deserved to win. We didn't show up. Second half was okay, but ultimately they deserved to win. So now that brings us to current day. So we're going to play against Aston Villa. So we're going to chuck us back into the Championship table. I can confirm we have been promoted. We are automatically promoted at this stage. We can't be caught by West Brom or Derby or Stoke or Swansea. We are going to be going into the Premier League. Now, obviously, we'd love to win via the title rather than just automatic in second place. But obviously, we are playing Aston Villa, so if we can beat them, we'll have a better goal difference than them, and we just got to win our last game of the season. So that's really quite would be a really good achievement. We are expected to do well, but we were only predicted to make we're only expected to make the playoffs by the board. So I think we've done fantastic, to be honest. We had a really poor patch in the middle of the season. We go back to the schedule. We'll turn it back to normal view. Yeah, we had a really poor patch sort of around here in January. A pretty poor patch in sort of late October. Well, basically a month between late October to late November was pretty poor as well. But generally speaking, since February, we've been really good. We've changed a lot of our tactics. Not too much, just enough to sort of iron out some issues we established in January. And we've been really good since then. We'll quickly take you through the transfers as well. Not too much has gone on. We've not signed... Obviously, we can't sign anyone midway through the season. But we have... So, if we go to future transfers, obviously we have... Berardi, I've agreed to let him go for 1.3 million. His mentals are incredible. His physicals are okay for a 30-year-old. He's got a good tackling, but he didn't really impress me when he played. He had 15 starts, 8 substitute appearances. It's not like he didn't have any opportunities. It just didn't really impress me. In terms of anything else, we've got this goalkeeper who's never really going to make it. I've accepted a couple of offers. They're the only ones that have actually been done, but we have got quite a lot of players that we've been looking at in terms of the scouting, because I am going to try and play now as if we are going to do a second season, even though I haven't made a decision. I want to actually start looking in case we do. So yeah, apart from the injuries, and it could really ruin our chances of getting the title, but we are a strong team. Realistically, we're just going to go into the game now and see if we can get a win. So most of our sort of players, such as Phillips, who's been in and out of the team all season, he's fit, raring to go. We've got Connolly's going to come back in. Jansen's a bit tired, but we'll have to put up with it. We are going to put Albeck back in that DM role. Shackleton's been pretty poor. I know he's pretty good in the last episode, but he has been pretty disappointing since. Izzy Brown is going to start. Not as a Mazzala. I'm going to start him as an advanced playmaker, just because we don't actually have any other playmakers once we put Hernandez. Well, we do if you count Hernandez, but we don't have anyone in a deeper role who can do the playmaking. So I think we'll leave that to Brown. It's got quite disappointing playmaking attributes now I look at it, but I don't know if it'd be better as a Mazzala actually. There's a little bit. Ooh. We're gonna leave him as an advanced playmaker because that's what he's been training in his training sessions. Click can go back onto the bench, so we'll take out Dallas. Clark is going to start for Roberts as an inside forward on support, and I think that's all we're going to need. Obviously, we've got our goalkeepers. Obviously, because it looks like he can play, but he's got hernia, so we can't really do that. And Roberts, I'm disappointed, so I'm going to put this other guy back on the bench. So that's going to be our team. I think we're going to go like that. I don't really know if there's anything else we can do given the circumstances. So the only thing I've been really changing around is changing between counter press and regroup depending on our kind of position in the game. But we are going to go in relatively positive, on balanced mentality, but we're not going to change and be a bit more defensive because we're playing Aston Villa. Obviously we did beat them earlier in the season, so we are fairly confident about playing them. Excuse me, Christ. Yeah, so this is it. We're playing Aston Villa. This is a title decider, really. It's not going to... The winner won't necessarily win the title, but if we lose, we can't win. And if we win, it's really on us. If we win, because we'll have a better goal difference, it will be on us. It's ours to lose if we win this game. So I'm hoping the boys can go out and put a good performance in. I'm hoping the goalkeeper isn't going to cause us an issue. They've already had 3 shots on target and the goalkeeper's dealt with them. So they missed their header there. Goes out to Hernandez. What can he do? Into Brown. 2 playmakers linking up there. They're still linking it up there. Here's Clark running in, inside forward. Can he do anything? Oh, it's not a bad effort. But was that the first highlight? That might have been the first highlight of the game. And their players are slightly more tired than ours as well, which is a good sign. Hopefully that will come into play and be quite good for us. Alright. In the second half. So, passionately say, this is an opportunity to show pundits are right to back you. I think that's the best thing to get them driven, get them ready for the final game. Or get them ready to win in the second half, hopefully. And then potentially win the title. I mean, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Obviously... Oh, hello. Oh, that was fortunate. Can we counter, though? Of course, the ultimate game is just to get promoted. But if we can win the title, we'll be very happy. Is that a penalty? Oh, it's a free kick. It's got to be a yellow card. It's through on goal, almost. Come on, Douglas. What can you do? Oh, not a bad effort. But goalkeeper's equal to it. Kalinic. See, our goalkeeper in defence has played quite well. Well, they've had to play well because they've been very solid going forward. Oh, have we got a chance? Or are they going? Oh, come on! We've gone right through the back. Is that El Mohammadi? Oh, Christ! Yes, good thing he's been sent off there. We are going to go positive as a result. Not going to change anything else. We're just going to have a bit of a positive mentality. Try and keep the ball. Work in an opportunity. Phillips here. Oh, that was a good opportunity. That was very unlucky. Is there anyone on the bench who can make a difference? Don't really want to take Brown off. Brown's had a really good game. Clark's had a really poor game. The problem with making changes at this stage, we don't really have any wingers we can bring on. So if we take off Clark or Hernandez, we don't really have anyone else that can replace them. Oh my goodness, they've almost scored. Luckily that was offside. So we do want to go out. We want to win this game now. Janssen, please don't. Okay, good. Huffer. Great name. Get rid of it. Lovely. Hernandez. Do want to quickly check. I've been playing Roof as an advanced forward. I should be playing him as a pressing forward. I keep forgetting to change that. Coyle, what can you do? Into Clark. Oh, come on. Yes! Come on, Roof. Who else is it going to be? Obviously, that's not my tactical genius. My tactical change hasn't gone through yet. But we have gone 1-0 up. That is brilliant. So happy to see that. We are now going to just change a couple of little things. So we are going to time waste frequently. Not ashamed of saying that. We're just going to slow the pace down in possession. And rather than counter press, we are just going to regroup. Because there's more of us than them anyway. It's going to be hard for them to push through. And we'll leave the rest like that. In terms of the personnel, Calvin Phillips is going to come off for Click. Clark has been awful. We're going to swap. Izzy Brown can go out there. Clark can come out for Shackleton. And is there anyone else who we can afford to take out? Let's give this youngster a go. I know we've just gone 1-0 up and Ruth's just scored, but let's give this a go, see what happens. We don't want to watch the full match, do we? We want to watch key highlights, slightly faster, and skip between highlights. So hopefully this isn't a highlight right now. Imagine if they get an opportunity straight away afterwards. No. We are going to stick on positive. 5 minutes of added time. Can we... Oh, okay. There's a highlight 2 minutes before the end of the game. Usually the ending highlight doesn't take 2 minutes, so it could be a clear-cut chance here for one team. Can we hold on? Can we get a second? Yes, we can. Click has done it. We've won against Aston Villa now for the second time this season, and that might just be enough. As long as we win our final game of the season, which I don't think... Who was it? Who are we playing against? Is it Brent? It's not Brentford. Completely forgotten who it's against, but I don't think... Oh, Ipswich, and I think, and they're not doing particularly great, so I'm really, really feeling positive about this as we go into the last game. We've done it. We've beaten Aston Villa. We deserved it. Whether we would have won it if they didn't get the red card, I don't know. But either way, it doesn't matter. We'll let them know we're extremely pleased, because we're absolutely delighted. We go top of the championship on goal difference. Oh, I don't need to worry about all this. Bamford's just recovering from his injury. Well played to him. Coyle got an assist. Very happy with that. Because there's going to be quite a lot to go through between now and the Ipswich game. I'm going to do a little cut here, and we'll come back ready for the final game of the season to determine if we can win the title. See you in a moment. I'm just going to really quickly cut in here. 2 days before the Ipswich game, the final game of the season, we got 2 big injuries. Shackleton, you can argue, has a decent replacement in either Forshaw or Brown, so that's not the end of the world. But we've also got Connolly, who again, we have a nice sort of Helm as a good option, but it's not good to have those. I could have done injections with Shackleton, but like I said, we've got a couple of good options, but it's just disappointing to get these right at the end of the season. But yeah, we still got a little bit to go through. We've got team meetings and stuff like that, so I'll get this all out of the way and we'll come back for the game. Alright guys, so we are here. The match preview screen before the Ipswich Leeds game. I didn't actually realise how difficult this game is going to be. The last time we played them, they beat us, which isn't great. But not only that, they realistically need a win if they're going to stay up. Only Birmingham can overtake them, and Birmingham are playing Reading, so it'll be very difficult for them. I think Reading are in 12, so it's going to be really hard for Birmingham to get a result, but Ipswich need to win. So it puts us in a bit of a strange predicament where we're under a bit of pressure, I'd say. Connolly probably shouldn't be playing, although he can, but we're going to put Helm in, and we can probably leave Connolly on the bench as a last resort. I mean, we've got so many injuries, we're going to have to maybe put Roberts in there. We can play him out wide if we have to. The wingers are going to have to stay as they are. We'll leave Izzy Brown in, we'll leave Phillips in. Do you know what? I'm going to take Phillips out. He's not had a great last 5 games. Put Click in. And we are going to leave Izzy Brown in. We really should have a winger on the bench, even if he's not a good one. So we're going to take out this guy and put Taylor Roberts as the only striker on the bench. So this is it. This is the final game of the season. We are littered with injuries. We don't have any goalkeeper that can play. I mean, actually, technically, Casilla can play. Should I put I think I should put Casilla in. He can play. So we're gonna do that. I don't care. So that's that. That is it. This is ready. This is what we're going to be doing. Our tactic has changed a little bit since we last played Ipswich, so hopefully that's going to make a difference. This is it, guys. We're going in for the final game of our season that could potentially make us win this. So what we're going to actually do, we're going to bring up... I need to remember how to do this. Latest scores. Oh, blimey. Yeah, latest scores up here. To be fair, we only need to worry about ours and Aston Villa's results. And we're also going to put up the league table over the... Oh. So that's where we're going to put that. We'll also sort that out in the main menu when we get to it. Hernandez... Oh, okay. we can't ask for a better start. Hernandez, a guy who's been pushed to the side a lot this season, but through injuries has been forced in recently. And Douglas has been our player of the season, one of the best players in the league. Fantastic. Now on this screen as well, we are just going to put up league table and latest scores. So obviously the Aston Villa Norwich game is still 0-0. And as it stands, we are going to win the league with four goal difference ahead of them. Obviously if they score, we'll be 3 goal difference ahead of them, the level on points. So really they need to record a big win if they're going to get back into this. What can we do here? We've got the ball back. I'm actually going to move this into the bottom corner, the league table. Put this as high as I can to get out of the way. Oh my. They've had a possession here. Not liking this. Can we do something here? That was offside. Surely not. Oh. Okay. It's level again. But we are still ahead on goal difference. But it's level again. We don't want that. We need to be winning this game. We don't want to give Aston Villa even a sniff at a chance of this. So we do need to win. Because you never know. Blackburn has scored. West Brom and Derby are 1-1. And going into half time, it looks like Aston Villa and Norwich are still going to be 0-0 at half time. Okay. I mean, win this one for the fans and seal the title for us. We're going to let them all know we're looking for them to make the difference passionately. I know you're capable. Go out there and win this game for us, boys. Come on. It'll be fantastic to go up as champions. It'll be a real statement. Real statement for next season. What can Douglas do here as he whips it in? Okay, looks like Chambers is there to get the ball away. I don't know if that's the same Chambers. Callum clicks there. Allbeck. Brown is our advanced playmaker. Hernandez. We're just passing it around here. That's fine. We haven't got a high tempo on. We want to just keep the ball and just take our time. We've still got 45 minutes to get a goal. We don't need to get it now. Although I wouldn't complain. The player just fell over. Come on, what can the playmakers do? Oh, lovely into Coyle. Coyle and Clark. Who else would it be? Clark. He has been, considering he was 17 at the start of the season, now he's 18. He has done brilliantly. 10 goals. 10 goals, 4 assists in the league. It's brilliant for a player of his age. He's only going to get better. He's going to be worth an absolute fortune next season. So we'll have to look at sort of, is it worth keeping him? We've got to pressure him before he takes a shot. They've hit the post. And this player, thank God, Pennington was offside. Aston Villa and Norwich are still 0-0. So we haven't got panic just yet. What can we do here? Don't like the fact that Chambers is taking the ball out, but he's not. Oh, okay. That was too simple. Too simple. Roof, I still haven't put him as a pressing forward. I keep forgetting. Not that would have made a difference in that situation, but I like to think it won't make a difference. You never know. What can we do here? Is this going to be the end of the highlight? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know. 3 of these players are very nervous. I don't blame them either. Aston Villa still yet to get a goal. Come on, boys. We've just got to hold on now. I'm just going to change to cautious. Norwich have scored. Okay, we potentially have won the league already at this point. That would be amazing. Roof's got to stay on the pitch. You know, he's not had a great time recently, but been one of our best players, so we've got to leave him on. It's just going to be the one change. We are going to waste time, even though we don't really need to. Obviously, we're now 3 points ahead of Villa. They need to score twice to have any chance, and we need to concede 2. Guys, I think we've done it. We've done it. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Is this it? We just need... Oh, okay. Because he is going to take his time. He doesn't need to rush. No need to rush at all. We have plenty of time. And Villa have fully bottled it. It wouldn't have made a difference unless they'd won 5-0. but they had bottled it. They needed to win this game. And wow, Casilla just held on to the ball for 30 seconds. What a sight. Look at the boys go. The boys in yellow and blue, back into the Premier League, where they belong. Leeds United are a huge club. Everyone knows how fantastic they were back in the day. I only just caught the end of it, I guess. I was very young when they got relegated into the Championship, but I do remember them being a very big team. Obviously, they come back up into the Championship from League One. And now, after all this time, I think it's 13 years maybe, Leeds United have made it into the Premier League. And of course, I'm going to passionately say we are delighted. Wow, that was, to leave it to the final day, that was something special. We have won the Sky Bet Championship. Wow, Preston have got their playoff spot confirmed. The Borders are delighted with us. Pablo Hernandez, you've been brilliant in the second half of this season. 34 years old, but 7.13 rating is still good. He'll probably be on the way out this season. In the summer, just, yeah, there's no real reason to keep him at this stage. But that's it. We got a record high number of wins. Douglas, do you know what? Okay, give a little round of applause for Douglas. He definitely deserves fans player of the season. He was amazing. Jack Clark with goal of the season, 29th of December, my birthday. Let's have a look. How did this go? Oh, is this... Okay, I remember this one. Just runs straight through. Bangs it. I mean, that was a good goal. I think we've scored better. I'm pretty sure Izzy Brown was probably better than that, but... Signing of the season, 1 million for Albeck. Even though he's 29 years old, he's gone up in value massively from playing with us. Young player of the season, Helm, yep, understandable. He's been really good. Not played massively, but played a good chunk of games. 18 starts, 2 off the bench. So, and a review. Now we were terrible in the cups. There's no denying it. But we've won the league. We've won the league. Fantastic. End of season team meeting. Now I think we've got to be realistic. Congratulations on getting promoted. But at the same time, I think we can stay up next year provided we make the right additions, and they're all happy with that. We are going to have to make some changes to the team. We're not going to be able to keep all of them. There's probably only about 5 or 6 players that realistically can be good enough. How long do we want? Yeah, 5-week pre-season. I think what we're going to do now, the last sort of thing before we end the season. Oh, hello. They want to increase the academy setup. Do you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Youth level to be increased. Brilliant. So, we're just going to skip through a couple of days to see if anything significant pops up. Oh yeah, Coyle's got a new contract. Douglas got in the team of the week. Of course he did. Fantastic. Casilla's back to full fitness. We already kind of knew that anyway because he played for us, but... Okay, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at the tactic, because obviously all these players are on holiday, but I want to go through with you sort of what we're going to be looking at next season, what team we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to take up Brown. He is going back to Chelsea. I don't want to loan him out again. We didn't use him enough to justify it. He's a good player, but he literally only played 11 games, 12 in all competitions, so can't really justify getting him back out on loan again. Now, Ruth, I want him to be my second choice striker. We're going to get rid of Dallas, get rid of Berardi. We want him to be our second choice striker. I'm going to leave him there for the moment. Clark, I think we're going to have to put on this side as a winger. He done quite well as an inside forward, but ultimately he's a winger. Now we're going to take Hernandez out because we're going to need to replace Hernandez. Click, again, I want Click to be this sort of second choice in his position. Potentially we could have Shackleton in that box-to-box role. He's not bad box-to-box midfielder. Probably better as a advanced playmaker on Mazzala, but he can play that as well. Albeck I like. Albeck's going to stay in our team. He's not amazing, but he's good enough for us in the Premier League. I do want to get in one more quality centre-back. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to take him out. Aylin, for me, it's probably good enough for the Premier League. Not incredible technically. Not the quickest, but I think he'll be alright. I mean, Douglas is going to be good enough. He's not very quick, but everything else is phenomenal. So Douglas is going to stay in. Casilla, we know, is good enough. He's getting on a bit. He's 32, but he'll be alright for the next couple of years. In terms of the rest of the team, we're going to keep Helm. We're going to keep... obviously, Connolly's going to go out of his loan. So we've got Davis, our left back, Helm, our centre back. Forshaw, Phillips, they're probably going to stay. Forshaw might look to move on, but to be honest, he's a pretty good backup to have. So again, he'll probably be a second choice player. Obviously, Connolly won't be involved. We've got Alioski, who I wouldn't mind moving on from Alioski. I know he's been one of our better players this season, but I wouldn't mind moving on from him. So we'll see. We've got a few positions to fill here. I've got 3 empty, and a couple of these I want the players that are in the team to be my backups. In terms of our finances for next season, £38 million in the budget. Perfect. This is the bit that isn't so perfect. We've only got 234 million, but by the time we get to the Premier League, we'll get our television rights. Hopefully we'll get a bit further in some competitions to get some more income in. Obviously our income will go up, so will our expenditure. Our wages has gone up massively already just from signing a few more contracts, but our wage budget, we've got plenty of room to manoeuvre. Well, not massively, but enough. So I think that's where we're going to look to improve in the team. Overall, if we go to our squad and we search sort of by average rating, we've got Douglas up there, Helm up there, Coyle, Janssen. We've got some really good players. In terms of bad players, this guy only had 5 appearances, but he was terrible. So was Roberts. He had plenty more appearances. He had a lot more appearances and still only got 1 goal. But yeah, we're going to have to... But overall, we had a good run in. We had a lot of injuries, and it's a bit strange because our physios are actually really good. We've got fairly good staff. I'm going to look to improve some of the staff in the next season. If I'm going to keep saying if, haven't made a decision yet. I'm recording this the same day as I record episode 9, which hasn't gone out yet. So I've recorded episode 9 and 10 on the 17th of April. Episode 9 goes out on the morning of the 18th, and this will go out probably the evening of the 18th. Actually, I'll probably do a double upload day for this, so we can get some feedback on what we're going to do next season, because really I still haven't made a decision. So any sort of comments about what you think we should do would be spectacular. So I don't think there's anything else I need to show you. We're going up. We're going up. And we're going to have this guy as well. He's going to be phenomenal. So, I mean, this video's gone on long enough. I don't need to stop wasting time. Don't need to keep wasting time. Thank you very much for watching, if you've been watching this so far. I know there's a couple of people, it looks like 2 or 3 people potentially have been watching this since the beginning. Whether that be the whole from episode 1, or whether that would be, you know, just popping in and watching one here and there. Either way, very much appreciated it. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun. And if someone can watch it and get some enjoyment out of it as well, perfect. What more can I ask for? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope to receive some comments over the next day or 2 to say what you want me to do with the series. But thank you and goodbye.